Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So we are in a Mercedes Benz, and it's a Mercedes C220 CDI, and unlike a lot of modern cars, this car has still got a temperature gauge, and that temperature gauge is taking a very long time and sometimes not getting to operating temperature. So that would indicate that this car requires a new one of these. This is the thermostat, and it is, in fact, a genuine one, and there is the part number in case you're interested. But on the vehicle itself, well, to get to it first, we need to pull this off. It just pulls off like so, and then we can see that the thermostat housing, yes. And so if we do a quick comparison, we can see that that's got a fix in there, which is that one down there. They do look like they're the same. There's another fix in there, but if we look at this one, that is actually missing on this car, so it's probably been off before. You can see that there. That should have a bolt through it, which it's not got, but still, let's put a new one in there. So to get to this, it is on top of the engine, but it has still got some shit in the way of it, so we need to start taking some stuff off so we can actually get to the shitter. And now, just with them taken off, we have got a bit more access, but I'm hoping that this will also remove nice and easily, which, with some gentle persuasion, yes. And now with that out of the way, we can see a little bit better. So we've got a pipe going into it there. Underneath it, we've got another pipe that's connected to it there. We've got a fix in there. We should have a fix in there, but we haven't got a fix in there. There's another pipe that goes on the back of it there, and then there's two little pipes that go onto it there. So it should be a case of undoing all that and then putting the new one in its place. So let's see how that goes. I'm going to start by disconnecting this, and as you can see, that's going as expected. Yes. And the same thing with this one. Yes. So now, with them disconnected, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this pipe. And what I'm going to do with this is, instead of dropping the coolant, I'm just going to let what falls out, and then replace that with new coolant and top it up afterwards. So to get this apart, I need to hook the screwdriver under there nice and lovingly, as you can see, like this, and then pull that up like so. And then that should pull out like that. And then next, I'm going to remove this pipe, which is just these horrible clips. Now, I have got some proper tools, which I can never find when I need them. I couldn't find them when I was doing the thermostat and the Golf, and they would have been really handy there, because that were a right knob to do. But you can get a tool which has got a cable to it, and then it'll fit in little places, and then it actually clips and holds these in while you take it off, and it will be much easier. But like I said, I don't know where mine is, so I need to remove that from there. That's one side, and then obviously the other side as well. Yes. And then next, I'm going to try and remove that clip off the bottom hose on the thermostat, and I'm going to try and just release it and move it down the pipe like that. This one, I don't think I've got enough room to do that, but let's try. And so the next thing I'm going to do is remove that, and first I think I need to slide this just up there a little bit to make it easier to get the socket in. And with that removed, the only thing that should be holding that now, I think, is that, which I have moved over there a little bit. I need to, could do with releasing this just to give me a little bit more room. This should lift up a bit more, like so. And now I'm sort of hoping that a little bit of temptation that I can pull this out. Yes. And now, if we look carefully, we can actually see why it didn't come out. There's actually another fixing, which is down here, which I didn't notice until it broke actually. So let's take that out. Yes. And then now, a reversal. Should just be as simple as struggling this into place. And now we have the more awkward clips back on, so I need to bolt it into place. Now I've got another bolt here because obviously one we're missing, so I've managed to find one that'll do for that under there, so I need to put them in. So that's that one going in. It might need a bit of a wiggle around to line the bolts up. And these 3 bolts that hold the thermostat housing into place, yes, they can be a bit awkward, but once you've got them into place, all you've got to do is tighten them up to a preset designated torque setting. Yes. Yes. And now we're getting there. I've put that pipe back on there because it snapped off, and I've had to just shorten it a little bit and put that back on. I need to plug these plugs in. That's one, and then that's the other one. And not forgetting to put these pipes back on here, and then obviously reinstall these clips. Yes. Yes. And after making sure that this is clean and the O-rings alright, this should just push in like so. And that is the actual fitting of the thermostat pretty much done. I need to put this back on and all this shit and that back on, which is just a reversal of the removal process. And obviously I've given it a rinse off down there because there was some antifreeze. And now I need to fill the shifter up with coolant, which should just be as simple as filling this up with some green coolant, because this has got green in it, even though what Mercedes gave me to put in it was red. But yeah, green came out, so green's going back in. And then when it is full of a mix of coolant and 50-50 water, then we can start the vehicle. Whilst ensuring that the heating is turned up to the maximum. And it pretty much should bleed up on its own, so I just need to watch for the heaters warming up and just keep an eye on things, but it should be as simple as that. I'll just put a picture of the thermostat where the fault actually is, as you can see on there, but that O-ring around the thermostat, the rubber seal around it, it's fucked, and that's probably why it was taking ages to get up to temperature and not really getting up to temperature properly. But that should be it. Like I said, I'm just going to keep an eye on this, make sure there's no leaks, make sure the heaters get warm, make sure it circulates properly, top this up as required, and then that should be it. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit. I'll see you next time.